Shalom. Let's start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, and elders of great wisdom, salutations to the Philet, just pushing the truth across four corners of the earth, out for truth and sincerity. I'm gonna want to buy back again in the sitting. Just going to about we're going to about the Lord Yahweh. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is going to destroy America, Babylon Great. But it's a method to the ways of the Lord Yahweh, his strategy to go about, destroying this place, America, Babylon Great, and bringing down these so-called white people, Edomite devils, out of the power seat. And, to get, to understand that is by the scriptures and what the apostles and the elders and the brother great minister teach, according to the word of the Lord, of how the Lord Yahweh Shah is going to bring down these so-called white people, Edomite devils out of power, and it's all going to be the setup. It's all going to be up the setup of the Lord Yahweh Shah that's going to set these devils up, to bring them down, set them up in a trap, the Lord Yahweh Shah set them up in a trap to where they, to bring them down, to be destroyed. We in those times of seeing that. If you're paying attention to what's going on, within the spirit of Lord Yahweh Shah, prophecies of what's going on, hey, the Lord Yahweh Shah, he's making these moves, to bring down the so-called white man Esau, Edomites, out of power, and that's gonna be wild, and that's gonna be by the way of these thermonuclear missiles, right? The more that these American, the more that Trump, these proud wicked devils keep on Trump and so forth, they keep on, trying to, keep messing with these other countries, threatening these other countries and leaders and try, and take their resources, trying to flex their muscles, it's going to lead to these other countries, and even American allies, turning missiles on America, Babylon the Great. But we in that point in time of seeing that. But the more and more, like say Trump, keep on, having that proud mindset. But like I said, the Lord Yahweh Shai, the Lord Yahweh Shai is in control of everything. He in control of Trump's mind. He controls Trump's mind. The scripture going to that. That was scripture. I gotta look at matter of fact, let me get that real quick. I get it. Let's see. Matter of fact, King's Heart. I'll tap it out all the way. Let's see. Yeah, okay, Proverbs. Yeah, there you go. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord Yahweh Shai, the Most High, Yahweh, is in control, in full control. Yahweh Shai is in full control, of the Edomite devils of what they doing, right? So he got Trump in mind, excuse me, he controlling Trump's mind, to do these things. So that way the prophecy of the word could be fulfilled. So these other nations and so forth, China, Russia, North Korea, and then his American allies, he got Trump, stirring up that, these other nations to, to get ready, to get ready to, get y'all missiles, missiles and everything, the missiles to, to get ready to shoot at America, Babylon the Great, gear up, get them roused up, getting them, other nations like, hey, having Trump to where, hey, tell these other countries and nations like, yeah, man, this proud devil Edomite Trump is proud. Trump keep doing what he doing. He's stirring up the nation's anger. But it's gonna be other Lord Yahushua wrath and anger that's gonna come upon America, Babylon the Great. But he's using Trump to do that. Could Trump be the one that's gonna bring upon World War III? And have this place, America, Babylon the Great, to be completely destroyed. We shall see. But you seen what's going on right now. Because like I said, Lord Yahweh is in full control. He having Trump doing all these things, just, going crazy, going to other countries and snatching up, taking presidents and things, going in other countries and taking their resources and, and trying to, flexing muscles like, hey, we the ones going to be the ones taking over, and, we're going to be the ones that America going to be the nation that's going to be, feared and all that, trying to, have these other nations fear America about Babylon the Great, But like I say, the other nations ain't finna go for it, like China, Russia, and North Korea. And I say, and America's allies, because Trump keep doing these, Trump keep going to these other countries and doing these, unrightful things, going to other countries and doing just doing what he wanted to without no permission to, he's not not being in order of what the people that's in office or whatever, telling him, or like I said, the allies, and even like telling, hey, you can't be going in any other countries and doing this, doing that. But he not listening. He doing what he want to do. That's gonna stir up, anger, amongst these amongst America's allies to shoot those missiles. To shoot missiles at America, Babylon the Great, and it's gonna come about if Trump keep doing what he doing. But I'll go back. But I'm gonna start with Isaiah 55. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created a waster to destroy. So the Lord Yahweh, Yahweh, he's he created, he's creating. He had these theological physicists that come up with this, come up with the way of creating a nuclear weapon, right? So that's what that is. Going to this, the Most High Yahweh, he has these theological physicists, to create these nuclear missiles, and they all being created. You had the atom bomb, the nuclear bomb, that happened in Hiroshima and Hiroshima, Nagasaki, when that when that bomb dropped. But but now, fast forward to these times, because like I say, those other nations didn't really have themselves prepared for that, for that, to come for that bomb. They couldn't come back that, But now, fast forward in these times, you got China, Russia, North Korea. They got their missiles. They got their missiles, nuclear missiles now in these times because they invested in it. So, like I say, these other nations, North Korea, China, North Korea, China, Russia, and America's allies that back America, like I say, they're gonna get tired of America's bullshitting, and power tripping, they're gonna turn their missiles on America, Babylon the Great, the UK, France and so forth, Turkey, those that, is allies with America, it's gonna get tired of America's beat bullshit. When I say power tripping, so they know by the powerful ways of displace America, Babylon the Great, that about Trump, it's gonna lead to displace America, Babylon the Great being destroyed by the thermonuclear missiles by these other countries and America's allies. And like I said, America's gonna shoot missiles too, but most of the missiles gonna come drop it down America, Babylon the Great by these other nations, and America's allies gonna turn on America. But so I'm going from there to Jeremiah 50:14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon around. I'll read it again. Jeremiah 50:14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon around about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord Yahweh. Yeah, so like I say, these wicked devil, like I said, most high Yahweh about Yahweh. He's he gonna have these other nations. Set them up. Get them up. Get them. He get them roused up by what Trump is doing right now. Get them get up. Y'all get yourselves ready. To shoot these missiles. Prepare your missiles. Your nuclear arsenal to shoot upon America, Babylon the Great. Russia, China, North Korea. Like I said, America allies. Like I said, America allies are gonna turn on America. Like I said, what Trump is doing is not a good look. With the allied, Europe. Like I said, the European, the European. I say the countries, the UK, that's backing America. America's allies, France and so forth, Turkey is backing America, and they like, man, hey. They tripping. Say power tripping, man. They talking about trying to take over Greenland, trying to make Greenland, trying to try to purchase Greenland. They're trying to have control over Greenland. But like I said, once they try to do something, man, it's gonna ramp up. Excuse me. It's gonna ramp up that, that anger, from these other countries, because they're like, man, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, power tripping. Power tripping, man. Like I say, Trump. He power tripping, man. But who's got him doing that? Who controlling their mind? Is the Lord Yahweh Shai to make these moves so you get this thing going, to bring these devils down, man. To take these Edomite so-called white devils out of power, out of rulership. And I say these devils have sinned against the Most High Yahweh. Yahweh has sinned against the Most High. They trying to be like the Most High. They messing up the water, the air, so forth, the food, and they cross they cross DNA. They doing all cross DNAs and stuff like this, and just doing stuff, man. That the Most High hates and sees what they doing. They're no crossbreeding. They're just doing things that the Most High hates. Especially doing the Most High's people wrong. The children of Israel, Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino natives, which are Israelites. But I say, the Most High, hey, he send you devils, so-called white people, Esau, you might, especially Trump, to, what he doing. He's saying, having Trump to do what he do so you bring you so-called white people, Edomite devils down, and you small head, Khazarians, that, y'all behind the scenes, having Trump do what he do or whatever, y'all come up with these plans, ideas, whatever. But Most High said, he gonna get y'all too. Like I said, that y'all people that's in the land right now, them small heads of Khazarians that's in the land right now, that's in the land of Israel right now, they're gonna be destroyed. The Lord gonna destroy that too. And this is gonna be coming to that land as well, gonna be destroyed. So y'all ain't gonna get away either. But that's what's gonna come about, the place America Bible the Great, because this whore right here, man, is getting these nations angry, but what Trump is doing, taking people's resources and just coming to other people's countries to do what you want to do without no permissions or without no real you don't have no real reason to come, but you just doing this because you want to flex your muscles. Like I say, power tripping again. I keep saying that word, power tripping, man. So-called white man devil Esau, Trump, he devils, man. Power tripping, man. And that power tripping mindset. But like I say, that's the Most High doing it. So they can bring about these prophecies, man. It gotta happen. But I ain't wanna make this too long. Let's see. So I'm read Jeremiah 50:15. Shoot against her around about. She have given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, taking vengeance upon her. Take vengeance upon her, as she had done, do unto her. So yeah. Yeah, man. That's what I say, man. This place, America Bible Great, man. Most High Yahweh so is going to destroy this place. I said Most High Yahweh Shai, gonna come back with the angels. He gonna partake too, bringing down these so-called white people, devil Edomites. And like I said, ultimately, the thumb and the good missile is gonna be what it's gonna completely destroy America Babylon the Great. Right? For everything that this place America Babylon the Great, these Edomites that's in power right now had done, to the Israelites, so-called Negro Latino natives, and to the earth and what they doing to the earth and to the water and so forth, to the air, to the food and so forth. The things that they doing, and like I say, these other countries too, like they coming at these other nations and so forth. They power tripping. It's gonna lead them, to this place America Babylon the Great be destroyed. It's gonna be the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Most time Yahweh Shai, it's gonna come down. The vengeance of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shai gonna come down on this place America Babylon the Great. By the thumbing missiles, when I say the chariots, also like I say the angels and the chariots and the Lord Yahweh Shai. But there's some more on this, but I'm just trying to get to the point. So I'll go to Zechariah 14:2. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand up on their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Yeah, so yeah, this is gonna be the plague. Hey, thermal missiles. That's what it's gonna be. The Most High Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, will smite the people that have fought against Jerusalem. I say, America, Babylon, great. This is gonna be that plague. That's gonna come. Like I say, Trump, Trump, coming at the southern kingdom, northern kingdom of the Israelites. You touching the apple the most apple of the Most High eye. So you mess with the Lord's people, the Lord's treasure. Excuse me, treasure. You mess with the Lord's treasure, man. You keep oppressing the Lord's people, so-called Negro, Latino natives, which are Israelites, man. Keep coming to the land of the where the Israelites at, or where it may be, and you making war of them, and taking their resources, and making them make them slaves, and like I said, Most High Yahweh, he sees this, man. Yahweh, he see this, he see what you devils doing, man. Doing his people wrong, and Most High Yahweh gonna destroy this place, America, by no great, and bring down you Edomites out of power, so-called white people Edomites out of the power seat, man. And this, and by way of how Trump doing things, is gonna it's gonna speed it up. It's gonna speed it up, man, which is good, Trump keep doing what he doing, because it's a good thing, because it's gonna bring about the prophecy of, like I say, the Most High, having you devils in in that trap, so those missiles could be shot towards America, Babylon the Great. Set y'all in that trap to where y'all bring y'all down, bring you so-called white people, East Sodomites, down out of the power seat. And I say these thermal missiles gonna be, once they be shot towards America, Babylon the Great, it's gonna burn up everything. It's gonna burn, people gonna be destroyed, gonna be burnt up. What I'm saying? The scripture saying, so that they eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So I say these people gonna get melted away, and gonna burn them up, man. I say a movie that a movie that shows that is Terminator. I think it's Judgment Day. I think it's that one. But it's the one with Sarah Connor. And she saw the vision of her getting destroyed. I mean her getting blown up. By the missiles. And that's what's gonna happen. Just show that example. Those missiles drop. That's how it's gonna be. You're gonna be completely just wiped off, man. Completely destroyed, man. And those that are of their righteous number, or the elect of the so-called Negro Latino natives, 144,000, the elect. That's all about the elect in these times right now. Of the Israelites that's going, that Lord Yahshua, that Lord Yahshua, Yahweh is gonna have mercy upon. Hopefully, I'm part of righteous number, but that's what it is. If you're not an elect number, if you're the 2/3 number, you're gonna have to face the wrath of judgment or the Lord Yahweh in these times going forward. And when those missiles drop, so I didn't want to make this too long. Let's see. Yeah, so I didn't want to make this too long. So again, I like about praise and honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, to the past elders, to the sister brothers, to the few Aqua sisters that do listen, keep the faith in Yahushua, keep fighting with that. I say Shalom.